Great. All right. Yes, welcome to the introduction to cryptocurrencies during the Great Reset and the conspiracy behind all of that. It is fascinating what's going on in the world and what's going on in the cryptocurrency world. But if you're new to crypto, like most of you probably are, it is a steep learning curve. So, and we've got a lot to cover. So I really want you to sort of brace yourself, get your pen and paper ready for taking notes and stuff like that. I will be uploading the recording to this and emailing you a copy at some point today after this recording. That's the plan. And one more thing is I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously, I don't give financial advice. Don't construe what I'm saying here as quote unquote financial advice, but I highly suggest that you pay attention, because everything that you know about the world, you know about money, about the world, is going to change. It's going to become digital. It's going to become and all of our communication tools as a whole, the internet is transforming into the next evolution, internet 3.0, and with that comes the internet of value. And that is really where we are able to send and receive currency tokens, which are a form of asset, which can be converted into whatever the going money is of the day. Today it's US dollars, and that's going to change into a central bank digital currency, which they're releasing at the moment. You just got to turn on the news. I mean, not on the mainstream news, but the amount of information, the speed of implementation of central bank digital currencies right now is mind-blowing. It is staggering how quickly they're ramping this up, and they are doing all these other things also to distract everyone, to keep everyone occupied, if you will. Yeah, so I highly suggest that you just pay attention, invest into the future. Anything you put down now, and you look at a 1 to 5 year time horizon, 10 years if you can last that long, if you can visioneer that far into the future, to see the transformation of wealth from the current system, and that's quadrillion dollars worth of financial instruments and whatever, moving into a blockchain technology, into the cryptocurrency world, and what that does to the tokens that are useful in maintaining this whole system. Because right now we've just come out of cryptocurrency is like 10 years old or something like that, and a bit longer at least. But essentially what's been going on thus far in the crypto ecosystem is speculation, is hype and speculation, and that has just been driving the price up. And essentially that's been part of the plan to create adoption, so that they can release their own let's just call it their own currency, their own central bank digital currencies, and then they can implement this new part of the plan, which is involves all these nefarious things that are surrounded with COVID, and tracking people and keeping track of money, and like real control. Like it becomes real authoritarian in a way if you're on the victim side of it, if you're not able to see and not able to respond to the changing times, because there's a lot of people that are not looking at this information. They're not actually paying attention, and they're going to get sideswiped by these changes. And it's going to become there's going to become a huge mental and emotional burden on societies as we transition. So I'm here to warn you, here to prepare you of that, here to get you ready, so that whatever wealth you do have stored in US dollars, for example, you can be prepared. You can ride this wave of change in a way that enables you to accelerate the quality of your life during these transitionary periods. That's essentially the core message is to level up the quality of your life, to share that information with people that you know, so that they can also level up the quality of their life, because cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. We're just going into the next mass adoption phase of the utilization of blockchain technology and crypto assets into the existing infrastructure, and specifically into the existing banking infrastructure. And that is the Great Reset. The Great Reset is all about transforming fiat currency into digital currency, so that, you know, it's quicker, it's cheaper. The current system is overinflated anyway, so they need to collapse that. So we got this big collapse coming, you know, and the stock market and everything's going to feel it. But we're still in the lead up to that. We're warming up to this whole economic collapse, the collapse of the century, really, where we move into digital, and then the machines are running and everything's digital, and then everyone over time will start falling in love with it, and, you know, and whatever's going to happen, we'll see. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and then we can jump into this document that I have created for this call, and then we can continue down this rabbit hole. So essentially, these are some of the things I want to cover today. Who can hold crypto assets? Anyone can. And you hold it by having a wallet, a digital wallet, essentially, in your phone. It's like an app, and in there's private keys and private, like, passwords. You have to write that shit down. You have to keep track of it. You have to, like, have a, you know, like, keep that stuff secret. This is like where you are autonomous with your money. There's no middlemen anymore, and that's really the big benefit of this crypto asset, the blockchain industry sort of thing. What are crypto assets? Well, there's no middleman. It's really us being able to transact directly via the blockchain ledger, without there being any intermediaries. So that is a revolution. There's no banks anymore. So this is a good thing. And with every good thing comes a bad thing, and with every bad thing comes an even better thing. So we got to keep that in mind, because everything is different shades of, you know, light and dark at the end of the day. So, and it's all about where we focus and how we, you know, enact ourselves during these times when things are moving and changing and shifting. So, where can you purchase crypto assets? There's a whole bunch of different exchanges. Some big exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, or there's some little exchanges like KuCoin. I mean, that might even be that little, but Bitfinex and stuff like that. So these different exchanges hold different types of crypto assets. And if we go to one of the main research places you want to go to is CoinMarketCap. This website, you know, shows most of the cryptos out there. There's 10,627 cryptos right now, with a total market cap of $1.3 trillion. Bitcoin dominance. It's got all the stats. It's got all the figures. It's got everything. It's live. It's moving, and you know, and it just really just makes it easy to track it all and to do a bit of research on these different coins. So, so where can you buy? This website, you know, going back to CoinMarketCap, this will tell you where you can buy all these different tokens, if you will. So Solana, which is an ecosystem token, it's doing good things in the space. I don't have any, but, you know, over here, if you scroll down, it'll tell you about where you can buy Solana. So you can buy it at Binance, you know, all these different places. And then essentially to do that, you just click on these places, and then it takes you to, well, maybe it doesn't take you to it, but you can click Binance.com, and you can go there, set up an account, and transfer money into that account, or transfer crypto into that account, and then you can buy Solana as an example. I'm not saying go and buy that right now, but it is a pretty good one, I must say. But again, I don't own any, because I'm more looking at this quantum aspect and the financial system being rebooted, and how no one's talking about that. But let's continue down with this rabbit hole thingy. Check that. Yeah, cool. when's the best time to buy? Well, the best time to buy is really when the market is really red, when the market is really low, when the market's really filled with fear, which is this interesting dichotomy with, you know, stock markets and crypto, and especially crypto because it's much more volatile than the stock market. But when there's a lot of fear in the market, when the price is dropping due to whatever reason, that's typically the best time to get involved in projects that have good use case, good utility, you know, that have good, you know, whatever the track record is, or what you're looking at, the metrics. So typically when the market's going down is the best time to buy. When the market bottoms out, like it's just done this week, it's just bottomed out, it's the best time to buy, because we're not going to see prices like this ever again. I mean, you know, could bottom out again, but let's just say that it's less likely once it's done this 60% correction. So you're getting a 60% discount on most cryptos at the moment. So that's really the best time to buy. And this leads us into the fear and greed sort of index of crypto. And maybe I can bring that up for you. Is typically when the market's going down and there's all this bad news around crypto, people get fearful and they get less interested and they turn their attention away from crypto. And that's really the time. And people take out, they sell at a loss, and that's the way you lose money, you know, in this sort of in this game. So right now we're in fear at 27 out of 100. Now, when we go up to 100 in about 2 weeks, I'd say, we're going back up to 100, where we're going into extreme euphoria. 2 weeks to a month, we'll be in extreme euphoria, and we'll be like, man, these prices are going good. And there'll be new people jumping in, buying at near the top because it's already green. It's a bad time to buy. But people will be jumping in because they'll be like, yeah, euphoric. This is a good one. And then essentially there'll be a correction. And then we'll see these cycles switch back and forward. And essentially part of this is because we're so early. There's like 2% of the world's population invested into crypto right now. We're still so early that, you know, there is manipulation and orchestration in the marketplaces, and that manipulation is there to basically shake out weak hands to relieve you of your money, because the market's designed to take the most amount of money from the most amount of people most of the time. And if you just hold, that's not going to happen. So they're trying to shake you out with this fear and greed thing. So let us continue. How to time the market. So we're talking about that. How to buy crypto. So essentially what we want to do is we'll just give you a quick little demo of how to buy some crypto. Now, this is in my Binance account right now. And as you can see, we are in the market section of Binance. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of different moving parts in these different trading platforms. But essentially what you want to do is you want to find the token that you want to purchase. And every token's got its own ticker. So we can just type in this one, VET VeChain, and it's brought up the BNB pairing because we're in the BNB markets here for the spot. So what we want to do is we want to find, if I've got USDT, so we go to fiat markets, which USDT is a fiat, and then we go VET to USDT, and then we can click on that. It says 5x there. That's an option you can choose later. And this is, oh, maybe that changed just then. But this is how we can buy. That changed. Take me back. I don't want that one. That one. And then this is how we can take our USDT and buy VeChain, for example. This is a good project. It's facilitating. I don't know. Just research VeChain if you want to. But essentially what you see here is the current price and these candles, or these this wave of price movements. and each candle represents a different time period that you can select. So this is the 5-minute candles. And if in doubt, zoom out to check and see what's going on in the market. So you can zoom out a little bit more to the 1 day. Each candle's 1 day here. And you can start to see that we've just gone through this big bull run. And then typically what happens is, because Bitcoin is the main player in the crypto space at the moment, and it won't be the main player for long, but it is at the moment. So every other crypto follows Bitcoin's movements, like they're synchronized essentially, until one flips out and goes on its own sort of run and doesn't follow the trend of Bitcoin. So the whole market just went through a big, bull run, and then a big correction, and then pretty big dump. That's what we've just experienced. And then it dumped even harder. So we've had a bigger dip on the dip. So lots of people have been buying the dip as it's been dipping, and then finding that they maybe have no more money left to buy the dip again, and it keeps dipping. So either way, when you know what it is that you're buying, when you know what it is that you hold, then you know the real long-term, the big picture of what this is. And that's when I want to, put your focus of attention on too, because if you, watch it go down and you look at your portfolio and it goes down from $500 down to $87, and now you got $87 worth of crypto and not $500, this is, it can play on your emotions. And all you really need to do is step away and give yourself some breathing room. Stop looking at the charts. Don't look at your wallet, and focus on the big picture. As long as you choose good tokens that have good utility, that have a future use case, that solve many problems out in the world, then, it's going to go up, because the world needs this, and it's coming to get it. So essentially, if you want to buy it, say we've got some USDT here, which we don't really have many, but you can go and select the price. We're going to click that price, and then we're going to click the amount of USDT we want to spend on this, and it'll show up here, and the amount of VeChain tokens you get, and then you just click the buy button, and that sets an order in the order book. This is the order book here that's playing out, so you can set your order at higher or lower than what the current price is, depending on where you think the market's going to go. So that's really the basic. If you want to sell it, you can click here and you can sell it. You can cash out. So that's when you want to start taking profits. So you want to start taking profits when you're at these green candles where everything's euphoric, and then start taking, I guess, dollar cost averaging out of your holdings by taking profits as it's coming to, this hyperbolic sort of vertical lines. But we're far away from that, so let's just focus on the purchasing and the buying of these tokens. So that's really just a quick overview of how to buy these tokens, how to get started on these exchanges. Don't get overwhelmed by all the flashing lights and by the busyness of this crypto marketplace, because it doesn't sleep. It just goes on, which is kind of amazing in and of itself. And if you look over here, it's got spot, it's got the cross ×3, it's got isolated ×5. These are leveraged trades that you can do. Don't do these unless you have practice, experience. You'll get wrecked. You'll actually lose your money. This is what happened to me. I lost my money doing this. I'm still in leverage positions, and I'm dedicated to learning the hard way. But it's not for the faint of heart. So just stick with the spot price. Stick with limit orders or market orders, but limits are cheaper, less transaction fees, which are minuscule anyway, and you should be good. So let's continue through this as we check on the time. What's the Great Reset? What's the money system? Market cycles. Every 4 years, Bitcoin goes through its market cycle, where it goes into the bull run, where it goes up and then it comes down again. gradually increases over time. Okay, we covered that. Speculation versus utility. We're moving into utility with speculation on board. Future vision, yep, we covered that. Investment strategy, hold crypto long term. That's the investment strategy. Hold it long term. In 5 years' time, after you buy VeChain, VeChain for 8 cents or whatever it is now, and you hold it and it's up to $100 or something like that in 5 years' time, that's life-changing wealth right there. And there's lots of tokens that are going to be producing such effects. It's just about, for me, reading the market, reading the narrative that's happened in 2020 with the Great Reset, with the COVID lockdown thing, and then now 2021, which is the problem, reaction, solution of this whole shenanigans, the Great Reset. We're seeing that the financial system is transitioning from fiat into digital. And that's made me look at following the money. Where's the money going? Where are these bigger players going? Because they're not here yet. And they're just about to poke their head out with their central bank digital currencies and this new revolution of essentially how do I want to say this? But beginning this whole quantum financial system, which allows us to to send money and to receive money or tokens via watching the YouTube of the day, the YouTube of crypto, which gives us tokens when we watch the ads that it gives us, for example, or we earn tokens by playing the video games that we already play, and the cool things that we collect in those games and our NFTs, and those things are worth value as well. And that everything you buy, it becomes minted into an NFT so that the supply chain can track everything more efficiently using the blockchain technology. So this is the future. NFTs and central bank digital currencies. And that's really like where I want you to be looking at is the future, is to buy long term and hold it, because essentially part of this is also opening the doors to staking our tokens. So we're running a bit short on time here. I'm gonna have to keep going quickly, but essentially with decentralized finance, which is an aspect of this whole crypto space, basically eliminates the banks. The banks as we know it are going to disappear, and there'll be new types of banky, institution-y type things, and new investment abilities where we can earn interest, compound interest per day at like 12%, which you don't you don't get access to that in the current system. And I'm going to show you a token that is just being released. It's basically like the promised coin. Oh, sorry, not the promised coin, but just a trading coin that we can trade between ourselves and utilize for the buying of goods and services between ourselves, but without the bank, that then pays 12% interest just on 12% compounding interest just on what you hold in your wallet. So that's pretty cool, and that's really new. And I'll be giving you an opportunity to join as a merchant for that with my affiliate link with them, and you'll receive some complimentary coins from them to then utilize in the network to prove the use case that this is a new currency. This is the new digital age. Anyway, so my top picks: XRP, QNT, VeChain, XDC, and FLR. These are all the different tokens. You can go and research those on, say, CoinMarketCap. But essentially, I want to show you XRP. I've been doing a lot of research about this. It's really consumed me because of this whole reset and the whole conspiracy, because it's a global bridge asset, global bridge currency to bridge all the money, to facilitate this whole quantum financial system to become into place. So it's going to help a central bank with its central bank digital currency is going to help it to go from there to another bank within 2 to 5 seconds at like pennies, instead of using the SWIFT system, which takes days, weeks, and costs way more money. So there's this huge transition happening to, which also frees up liquidity in the markets and, facilitates instantaneous money transactions, which is perfect without an intermediary. And that's what XRP does. And it has partnerships. Let's just say I've delved into this real deep. We've got the Swift sort of program of of their releasing, and some of these pictures are a bit old. SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. So there's this whole like conspiracy thing around the SEC taking Ripple, the parent company of the XRP token, into a lawsuit at the summer solstice last year, or the winter solstice, wherever you are, and essentially it's just to hold the price down while they get the wheels in while they get all the partnerships and everything done, so that they can, while Rosie Rios joins Ripple, and she's the previous treasurer of the United States, and her signature was on the money, like on the actual money. She's joined the board of Ripple. And then this month also, we've got the rollout of Basel III, which is when the banks start to adopt again a gold standard into backing of the money. And we're going to see XRP, the token, backed by gold, which then backs the XRP token, which then the token then backs the gold up. So that's coming up. And currently we're sitting at a price range for XRP. It's approximately like 80 cents or something. No, 68 cents. So anyway, it's really cheap at the moment. That's the one I'm looking out for in a big way over the next couple of weeks to months. So yeah, and then as we go into here, we've got the G7. They're talking about reforming the trading system. This is just this month. They're all getting together and reforming the whole trading system. And I'll send you this document so you can have a read. There's all the links to all their documents in there. It's very fascinating. The World Economic Forum's released a document called Getting Started with Cryptocurrencies. So it's becoming more and more mainstream if you know where you're looking for the stuff. So there's like a nice, pretty doc that's come out June 21. Getting Started. They mention a few cryptocurrencies. They give you a pretty good overview of crypto in their way. And so they mention a few: Algorand, Cardano, Celo, XRPL, Solana, Stellar. Yet they are, if you go to their website and you type in different, essentially they're only listing Ripple on their own website as as something important to look at. So anyway, we will continue. There's a YouTube watch list that you can do. You can buy and stuff there. All right, we've got 10 minutes left in this call. We're making good time. How are you guys feeling? I'm pretty freaking excited, pretty bullish about the future. I don't know about you, but I am ready for this thing to go. So couple of pictures here. Ripple, these are all the current banks that are partnered with Ripple. So they're all going to be using the XRP ledger to bridge, to send money and receive money quickly and efficiently. And we can also do that. It's essentially part of the leveling the playing field narrative from the Bill Gates and Melinda Foundation. And I know there's moral implications with all this, but there's also moral implications of not getting involved in all this, because I have a child. And, at the end of the day, my 500 XRP or whatever it is, it's not going to make a drop of difference. But if those 500 XRP get backed by gold and turn into $2,000 worth of XRP, that's life-changing wealth right there. Like for me personally, I don't mind that. And I don't mind being able to see this far into the future and avoid all the rabbit holes of awareness to be able to do that. So essentially, they're trying to not let this get out of the bag. So if you want to look at the current market cap here of XRP, it's tiny. It's like 3 little blocks. This is the last one I'll show you on this. Western Union, so a whole bunch of little blocks. Global non-cash transactions, and we got Swift. XRP will replace Swift. It's more efficient. We got this Vostro bank accounts, pre-funding bank accounts to send money. Lots of money there. So there's like quadrillions of money sitting there waiting to go travel through the XRP ledger. Cross-border payments. Anyway, so more and more of this for you to look at, plus some riddles and stuff like that from, the Twitterverse, and decoding using gematria, Elon Musk's tweets. But more importantly, so that's XRP. XRP is the future of finance, essentially, of the world. I can't stress it enough to hold XRP for the foreseeable future, because you're gonna wish you did. Like Bitcoin, I describe it like, oh, imagine going back into 2012, back in time, and being able to buy Bitcoin at those prices. Now, how many would you buy, and how many would you need to buy, knowing the future that it goes up to $64,000? Mind you, I think that Bitcoin's gonna go into a bit of a bear market. It's gonna crash very soon, because of the environmental issues about proof of work over proof of stake over different modalities of blockchain, how it works. So that's really like the conspiracy, the quantum financial, the down the rabbit hole, how to get ahead, and how to change your life in this ecosystem. Now I want to shift gears and show you the People's Reserve. Now this is a token that's just coming up. It's pegged to the last highest price of gold, so it's extremely stable, and it's going to remain stable, not like Bitcoin and all that movement. And this pays out 12% compounding interest, and it's a coin that's designed to actually be used as a currency in our environment, where we can trade, where we can actually barter between each other using a coin. Now this is brand new. It's not been released yet properly out into the wild, and this is an affiliate link I'm going to send into the chat here, where you can go and you can become a merchant. If you have a business, if you take money for your services, for your products, you can go and you can become a merchant, and they will give you a substantial amount of tokens for free, just by using the blockchain, just by proving the use case, just because you're so early, just because that's the only way to get adoption, because otherwise no one's got it. So this link will give you the ability to, oh no, I sent it as a direct message. Hang on. Yes, Jaden. I will share this document. Yeah, this will give you, I can't remember where I was, but essentially they'll give you a whole bunch of free tokens that you can use to then barter between people. And this is great because we're all international, so we're actually planting the seeds now for this new economy to take shape on our own, on our own accord, if you will, less dictated by these other big moving markets out there, using a stable coin and stuff like that. So that's pretty exciting. There's going to be some videos and stuff like that for you to go through and discover more about what the People's Reserve is something that I'll be partnering with more in the future to come. I already take TPR in exchange for my goods and services. and select. You know, I don't do it for all because I still need fiat to get through this transition. And that's where I suggest that you guys start looking, is to start transitioning into crypto in a bigger way than you've ever thought that you would have had to, because fiat will start to disappear, and it will, and then we'll see central bank digital currencies, and they may be limited. There may be limitations with those. We don't know what those look like yet. So the world is, you know, still to be determined. We are in the unknown. And, you know, I've got a lot more to show you, but due to time, we're running out of time. We're about 3 minutes before our Zoom account shuts us off, or disconnects the call. Open to taking some questions if you guys can pop those into the chat quickly, and then we can go from there. Otherwise, I'll keep rolling with what I have prepared. Is it a good time to start XRP? You said you were waiting. No, it's a very good time. The price is extremely low right now. And there is a lot of news happening behind the scenes that is suggesting that it's not going to be low like this for very much longer. You know, I dare say you wake up in the morning and it'll be a different price because of the nature of what's going on. Can you trade crypto like you are able to trade Forex currencies? Yeah. You can sell XRP to BTC and it brings up a different chart, and a different pairing. So here I've got it. So this is my trading view account, and here you can see XRP to BTC. So you can trade different currencies together and make better gains, you know, at the end of the day. What's learning how to watch the charts? Trading view. Trading views are great. You get the app, download it on your phone and stuff like that. Get a watch list going where you can watch all your different coins, and then you can keep track of them, you know, and you can draw on here with different charts and indicators and stuff like that. It's amazing. I think we're about running out of time. So grateful that you're here. Drop me a comment in Instagram and stuff like that, and really appreciate you taking your time and attention to focus on how you can prepare for the future, because we ain't seen nothing yet for 2020. And 2021, we're just getting started. Literally just getting started. And the shifts and changes and the news and the rollouts and the false flags that are coming are going to shock people. Going to melt faces, and XRP is going to go to the moon once they flick the switch and turn on the engines of this new system. So we can see a $10 to $100 to a $2,000 to a $10,000 XRP in the foreseeable months and years to come. Not financial advice. So yeah. It's been great, and I really appreciate you guys being here. Any other questions in the chat? Let's see. So yeah, I dare say we're less than a minute away from this thing cutting us off. And